I used to grow cannabis and for a long time professionally, and I got in trouble and I had to spend some time in federal prison. I got out of federal prison and went to the halfway house here in Salinas. They make you look for a job, find volunteer work, so I surfed the web and I found Alva and I asked to volunteer, and the lady said, no, well, just come take the class. So I came in, took the class, got permission to come, and I started. I was still technically an inmate. I was taking classes here, learning how to be a farmer, and I had a lot of skills with plants already, so it's just created a lot of opportunity for me to move on with my life. And I grew a lot of peppers over here this year. I did some experiments, and I made some mistakes, and I'm learning from them. Tomatoes too, there's heirloom tomatoes. When you harvest them, they have to all be close to the same size. They can't have any discoloration. They want them usually before they're fully ripe, because usually they're going to travel a long distance. There's a lot in here they would never take, but they're perfectly beautiful tomatoes. So it's kind of cool being involved in the incubator, the kitchen incubator program, because I can take the produce that might have a blemish that would normally just get dissed under. So I got an idea last year when I was in the class to start making sauce. And I brought a lot of the tomatoes that were about to get thrown on the ground, and I decided, I was like, well, let me try to come up with a product that I can use these tomatoes that are not perfect. A lot of the tomato processors, they're growing specific one type is for manufacturing, and you don't get the same types of flavor that you do with these heirloom varieties. So I grew some of the heirloom varieties that they're growing around here in the fields here. Cherokee Purple is a real popular one. And doing these trials and being able to have this program so that we can try different varieties, figure out which ones are going to work. In the meantime, I got a lot of yellow tomatoes. When they're really ripe, they turn orange. So I have beautiful orange sauce. I'm kind of nervous at first, kind of telling my story and stuff, but the kitchen incubator had the grand opening. Senator Sam Farr was there, and I was telling Sam Farr about what had happened to me and how I kind of stumbled into this, and he said, don't hide your story. It's really important how you came into what you're doing, and not to hide that, because for a lot of people there was nothing really wrong with what I was doing. It's kind of mixed up. The government says one thing, the state says it's okay, the federal government says it's not okay. I didn't feel like I did anything wrong, but I did, and I did my time, and I got out, and I decided I didn't want to get back into it, but I still wanted to farm, and I wanted to do some things with the earth, and this is what I do now.